Okay,
here.
great.
I'm going to introduce you from up here. So Shara and I probably go back, way back longer than any other woman in this room. We have literally known each other lifetimes, and I met you like in my earlier mid-20s. So it's been a while. I've had so many adventures with this woman. So it's so beautiful to be able to witness you in your beautiful pregnancy and your vibrance as you're going through this journey. So exciting. And it's such an honor to share community with you and to be in Sister Circle with you.
Thank
and
you
to have
so
you on
much.
this stage. Yes.
Thank you.
So welcome, welcome. Shara is just a brilliant facilitator and speaker, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the serious intro of what she's bringing to you this evening. So her workshop is the 5 keys to manifesting the life that you want. Shara is a life coach, but she's also a clairvoyant. And as I mentioned, an amazing facilitator. So I'm looking forward to having Shara unleash her clairvoyance on the group this evening. And we're going to go ahead and stand up and give Shara a warm welcome.
Well, I am so excited to bring this information to you and to be here with you. I've taught this class twice before, so I've taught it to about 100 people, and every single person in the room that I witnessed took a big step forward towards manifesting what they wanted in their lives. So who here wants something in their life? Let's see a show of hands. Good, you're all in the right place. Excellent. I also want to just take a moment and presence the energy of the room right now, because you're going to notice a significant shift in the room by the end of my talk. I'll be doing a few live readings tonight if anybody wants to be vulnerable and share maybe some inside of yourself with the room. So I would like everybody to think of one specific thing that you want. Now I know this is a group with a really big happiness level and entrepreneurs and real go-getters, but for this evening I want you to specify one single thing. And while you're taking a few moments to think about what it is you want, I'm going to have you share in a moment. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Before I was 40, I had never had a boyfriend. I struggled with eating disorders for over a decade. I always felt on the outside. I was rejected from every single group I tried to be a part of. It was just my karma I had to live with. Complete isolation, or so it felt like that. I worked with a lot of coaches over the years, and actually in my 30s I was really blessed with some of the most amazing teachers and coaches, and I did kind of shake out a lot of my pain of my younger years. But still, at the age of 40, I was single and I was unhappy. And everything in life felt like an uphill battle, like making money and having a good relationship with my coworkers. So now, fast forward 6-7 years later, it's a much different story. Soon to be married to the man of my dreams. And of course, I'm manifesting the most amazing thing in the world, a beautiful baby girl in 2.5 months. And I wake up every morning with a pep in my step and ready for my day. Happy, joyous, something I couldn't even fathom from over there. So you're probably wondering, how did I get from there to here? Well, I'm going to just give you a really brief explanation for how it happened. I got really clear about what I wanted by the age of 41. And I entered into a psychic training, a clairvoyant training. And I basically locked the door and was there 5 to 6 days a week, every night working out my shit. It was painful, years of tears. But eventually what started to happen is my limiting beliefs started to fall away. My beliefs of always being on the outside, being unsupported, having to do everything by myself, being unlovable. And as soon as those beliefs about myself started to change, my clairvoyance started to come in. I started to grow the ability to see things beyond rational understanding. And then very soon after, my clairaudience came in, where I got verbal messages. And I got and more recently, my spirit guide and I have been in closer and closer connection. And recently, he's told me, it's not about yourself anymore. It's about giving back now. It's about making a difference for other people and teaching them how to step into the life that they want. I'd like you to get very clear in one sentence about what it is that you want to manifest. And I'd like you to go ahead and turn to somebody sitting next to you and take about 20 to 30 seconds to tell that person what it is you want. Go ahead and do that. So we'll just take about 30 seconds each to share. Okay, attention back here, ladies. Great. Tonight, I'm going to present to you 5 essential keys to manifesting what you want in your lifetime. Woo, I know. Are you ready? Okay, key number 1 is you must remove your limiting beliefs. I guarantee the reason you don't have what you want right now in your life is because there's a limiting belief that's standing in the way. Now, I could talk about limiting beliefs for hours, but because this is a 90-minute talk, I'm condensing into 30 minutes. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to offer every person here a gift. And the gift you get to take home tonight is a guided limiting belief change meditation. I'll tell you how to get that at the very end of this talk. But when I work with people one-on-one, I look to find the specific limiting belief that's standing in the way between them and what they want. And then I do a timeline. I go back to where that belief originated, usually in childhood, or sometimes we go back to past lives, and we extract it from there. Key number 2. Okay, so for key number 2, I want everybody to get their feet on the ground and kind of sit in a present posture. I have never, ever seen anybody manifest anything in their life when their energy is up here, in the idea phase, or in their logical brain, their analyzer, their thinking mind. And I see so many of the women in this room, I work with some women outside of here, trying to have such amazing ideas and creative, the realm up here is full of creativity and inspiration and ideas, but until you're able to bring it into your body, all the way down into the earth, it will not manifest. Not only that, but this is where accidents happen. Every time I work with people and they had a car accident or they stubbed their toe or major catastrophes, I guarantee they are not in their lower body. They're not in their first chakra and they're not in their feet. So it's an easy solution. Anytime I don't want my car broken into, I bring the energy down. You could do this with objects as well as people. So I'm going to take you through a little visualization of how to do this. Okay? So feet about hips width apart, open stance, ready for this information. And shut your eyes. I want you to imagine that there's a cord coming down from the base of your spine, going all the way down to the center of the earth. We'll call this your grounding cord, kind of like a trunk of a tree. Now make this trunk just a little bit wider so it's about the width of your 2 sit bones. And make sure it's straight down as opposed to angled. Make it thick. Make it supportive. And then I'd like you to imagine a bright golden sun above your head, the color gold. And I'd like you to allow this color gold to come in through the crown of your head, to travel through your spine, your throat, your chest, your belly, your pelvis, all the way down through the grounding cord to the center of the earth, And also from your pelvis, it comes down through your 2 feet into the center of the earth. I recommend this practice all the time, but I recommend it especially if you're having ideas circling in your head and running thoughts and you just can't bring it into your body. You could open your eyes just for a moment and just feel that feeling of bringing your energy from your head down into the earth. Now, there's really good reason why we don't want to be in our body, but we're not going to get into that this evening. But we've taught ourselves to leave our physical bodies and to go to the realms that feel more comfortable. So this is an important practice for manifestation. Now, we're going to move on to key number 3. Key number 3 is about taking the energy from the universe, from the earth, back up through your body. And feeling, this is really essential if you're the sort of person that feels unsupported in life, kind of like how I was doing the one-woman show until just recently. It was a lot of work, you know, and I had the belief if I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for me. Nobody's going to show up there for me. I've changed this by this whole table of supporters that are here for me. It's like, wow, this belief has totally changed. This is amazing. It feels so good to be supported. But you know what? You must change it at your belief system first. And then once the belief changes, the universe will provide it. So if you're having difficulties with trusting the universe and trusting other people, this is a really important practice for you as well. So I invite you to shut your eyes, come into an open posture, take a breath. Let's start with the mantra, the universe has got my back. The universe has got my back. I am supported by the earth. And now what I'd like you to do is imagine the earth energy, which is the energy below your feet. Just actually connect your feet into the earth for a moment. Feel all 10 toes. Feel the ground underneath you and how it's actually lifting you up. Rather than you having to like sink down in it, it's actually allowing you to raise up. And then bring that energy up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs. And when it gets to your pelvis, what we're going to do is we're going to mix it with the energy from above. So just imagine the energy from above and the energy from below mixing in your pelvis. Like a mixing pot. The cosmic and the earth energy are mixing in your first chakra, your pelvis. Good. And then from there, I'd like you to imagine it traveling back up through your spine, through your throat, through the crown of your head, and then from the crown of your head, it waterfalls out through the top of your head and coats you with a beautiful gold lavish color. And this energy also comes from your throat, down your arms, and out through your fingers. You are supported by this universe. The universe wants you to succeed. Allow the universe to support your full weight. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Breathe it in a couple more times, especially if you're that person that struggles with feeling supported or struggles with trust. Make this your mantra for the evening. Before you go to bed, as you're laying there on your soft mattress, think, the earth below is supporting me. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and come back to the space. And feel the subtle shift that has just occurred for you. You feel more in your body now, ladies? Great. So now I'm going to offer a very brief healing, and I'm going to offer this to one woman who feels very stuck in her life. A woman who maybe struggles with worry or anxiety and circling thoughts, circle, 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 she can't fall asleep. Is there anybody here who would like to do a public, very brief healing? Raise your hand. And if not, it's totally fine. Would you? Sure, okay. Why don't you sit right here, actually, so I could see your energy and feel it. And actually, everybody in the room could help me with this, if you don't mind. I'm going to tell you what I'm visualizing, and you could all do the same with me. It's going to make it more powerful for her. Okay, oh good, okay. So, you could keep your eyes open. I'm going to shut my eyes, and what I do is I kind of create a psychic screen, and I'm going to just move into your energy. If I have permission to give you this healing, can I hear your full name one time? So I'm presencing the energy that's here in your throat and here in your head. And what I'm going to do is, just with my intention, I'm going to very slowly, and all you need to do, by the way, is just receive it, okay? So you could just relax, surrender, receive. And everybody in the room could help me. Just imagine the visualization of bringing this energy down through her shoulders, chest, belly, out through your fingers. Ooh, that just went out through your fingers. Pelvis, thighs, feet, all the way to the center of the earth. Good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could feel the difference in how the energy just moved down. But we'll go ahead and bring the energy from below back up. So let's all gather the energy from under her feet and bring it back up through her feet, through her legs, and let it circle in the pelvis with the energy from above. And then let's allow it, let's invite it to come back up through your spine. Oh, it feels so wonderful. You are supported, girl. You are loved. And bring it up through the crown of your head. You could actually, I'm just going to pause in your chest before I go to your head. And I'm just putting an energetic hand on your chest. And the message that wants to come through is, you're doing it. You're just you is enough. Like, just you being you is all that's needed. And we're so happy that you're here. We want you to receive it. We want you to let go more. You are the embodiment of love. Ooh, your fourth chakra is so open, so loving. But that love that you send out actually wants to be sent back into you. So let's all, if I could invite the whole room to help me, to invite the fourth chakra love energy back into this lovely lady. Oh, good. I felt you received that one. Good. And we'll bring it back up, the energy through your crown, and waterfall and coat your outer body in the energy of gold. Support, love. That's what wants to come your way. Okay. Let's give her a hand, everybody. Great. Thank you very much. I know that was a very vulnerable, brave thing for you to do. How are you doing?
That was wonderful.
Okay, good. Good. That was key number 3. Now we're going to move on to key number 4. Key number 4 has to do with the law of timing. You know, we all may have some beliefs that things happen. We find love when we're ready, or we can't rush time. And just the opposite is true as well. It's sort of like a dichotomy, that there's things that we could do to move time ahead. But there's nothing that's going to help you more to move towards manifestation than the acceptance of the present place of where you are. This is a mistake a lot of overachievers, a lot of entrepreneurs make, is they want to be there. They have such amazing business ideas and creations. But when you're out of your present time state, when you're out of what's happening now, what's really happening is you're going to miss getting the lessons that you actually need to learn that are actually going to help with your progression. we're going to look at where people are, and I'm going to describe it in the analogy of a clock. So imagine a clock face. And we're going to divide it into 4 quadrants. From 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock is a quadrant of survival. We've all been there before. From 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock is the gathering phase. So most people in San Francisco, I've been noticing, are in the gathering phase. You know, we're trying to figure out who we are. We're trying to figure out what path we should go on and what our likes and dislikes are. And then from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock is the sorting phase. This is where we're sorting all the information out. Like, okay, I get it. I'm really good at these things, and this is what I want to do. And then from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock is the quadrant of manifestation. So you have a body clock and you have a being clock. Now, what does that mean? Okay, I'm going to explain. So by body, I mean skin, bones, tendons, ligaments. Everybody pat your head. Say, this is my head. Pat your cheeks. This is my cheeks. Pat your hips. This is my hips. Pat your legs. This is my legs. Okay, and everybody pat all around and say, this is my body. This is my body, and I'm proud of my body. Hell yeah. Okay. So you know what the body is. Okay. By being is personality, spirit. Everything that resides in the space between you and I. So the body and the being clocks must be in alignment. And this is a mistake a lot of people make where, let's take, for example, the woman who's making 6 figures and she's doing, great at her work. She's an executive, and she's sleeping 4 hours a night, and she's eating really crap food, and she's not spending time with her family because she doesn't have time. So her being clock may be way out there future, but her body is like way in maybe survival or in the gathering phase. If this is the case, she will be out of balance. And then when you're out of balance, illnesses start to happen, diseases, accidents, all sorts of things that take us out of our truth of who we really are. We all really want to find that alignment. We want to find the balance. We want our bodies and our beings to work together as one. So now I'm going to offer some live readings. I'd like to see a show of hands. Okay. If I have permission to read your energy, can I hear your full name? Overall, I'm seeing 6:30. Your body clock is like 6:15. Your being clock is at 6:30. So you're listening to the messages from your inside. It's like, yeah. I could tell you've done a lot of work. I think everybody here has done a lot of work, but there's this alignment that's actually coming together. And you're also being very wise on waiting. Like, the manifestation quadrant is not always the best place to be. You're being very meticulous and very calculating. And so it looks like that when you're ready, it's going to be really great. Okay. So now we're going to move on to key number 5. And this one is actually probably the most important one. When we're so driven towards what it is that we want, we sometimes get very insular in our thinking. It's like a car driving and we have a destination to get there. But sometimes when we're holding on too tightly to what we want, that's the very thing that's blocking the manifestation of having it. So key number 5 is about surrender and releasing it out into the universe. Okay, are you all ready? Okay. Shut your eyes, get into a meditative state. And I want you to get really crystal clear about this one thing that you want to manifest. See it, taste it, feel it. You have it completely. Immerse yourself in it. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Breathe it in one last time. And this time, with a big exhale, I want you to see it very slowly release from your body and slowly levitate just outside of your body. And then, like a helium balloon, I want you to see it gently rising up towards the sky, away and off of you. And continue to see it rise up to the sky, knowing it's completely released from your body. You're completely letting it go, surrendering it out into the universe. And when it gets way up there to the outer hemispheres, I want you to see it exploding into 1,000,000 pieces. From there, it's to be recycled back into the universe. It's no longer up to you. The universe has got it from here. And then I'd like you to bring yourself back into your body, still keeping your eyes shut. I'd like you to think to yourself, I'm going to release this completely from my body for at least the next 24 hours. From here, your dreams will take it from here. And tonight, as you sleep peacefully, your neuronal connections will multiply and shift. And your relationship with yourself around this thing that you want will continue to shift and change as you release it completely from your body. And then I'd like you to connect with your heart and connect your heart space with the woman sitting to your right and to your left, just like interconnected fibers. And connect your heart space with everybody at your table. And then expand that connectedness to everybody else in this room. We're all in this together, this shared love and connection. Wanting the other ladies in this room to have it completely. You are supported. You are loved. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your attention back into your body. And slowly open your eyes. Come back into the room with me and with all the beautiful, lovely ladies in this room. Take a moment to feel the shift in the energy, the rarefied field that we're all in together, the connectedness. I am you and you are me.